Stephen, since the transfer window shut, just looking back at that in general, how happy were you with the business that the club did?
Yeah, we're happy because we believe we've got a very good squad anyway. It was always the case that we wanted to add starters to the group as opposed to accumulating players that are very, very similar. We wanted to bring players in that were different. We had a loan deal agreed with a Premiership club, and unfortunately a wide player got injured on the Monday, so that put the scuppers in that. Unfortunately, it happens, these things happen, and we managed to get Ryan in, who is different than Elvis. Elvis more defensive player, and so both will be utilised throughout the remainder of the season, and it gives us that energy on that right hand side that sometimes you need in certain games.
You know what your squad looks like now, until May, until August. What can this squad achieve, both in the league and the cup?
Yeah, it's strange. We're only 2 points down on what we achieved last season at this stage. So there's everything to play for, absolutely everything to play for. You can see some of the results are crazy results. You go expecting teams to win and they don't. Everyone's beating each other. It's such a tight league this year. So it's all to play for, both in terms of the relegation and the top six. You know, you can be 2 or 3 wins from being a top 4 side, but you're also looking over your shoulder. So it's exciting. It's certainly something we aim to be looking up with and putting a run together, both in the cup and the league.
Yeah, how important is the cup for you? Monday night, big fixture.
It's massive because it can carry a lot of momentum. You know, you get that result, it carries momentum into the remainder. I think it's the remaining 8 games before the split. You get a real feel good around the place as well, and again, it raises the profile of the football club. It raises finances. You know, we're one of the only teams without a real benefactor that pumps in millions of pounds, so every penny counts for us, and the cup's certainly a good way to get that.
How much do you think Hearts have kicked on recently, and how tough will it be?
I think Neil's a very good manager. I think he's, you know, known him from England and his achievements. He's they've recruited very well. You know, they've been backed heavily in terms of bringing players in. So we know what a task we face. You know, Hearts are a big club. They had a good squad. For me, they were in a false position early on in the season as well. Sometimes that happens in this league, and we're expecting a very tough evening, and we have to be right at the top of our game.
I know the club had issued a statement about VAR and the use of it at the weekend. Have you had any response from the Scottish FA?
I haven't, no, because I don't deal with things like that. I concentrate solely on the training pitch and the football pitch. But what we're trying to do is, referees need help. Everybody needs help. You know, we're human. Everybody makes mistakes. That has always been the case in football. VAR is meant to help those mistakes. You know, first and foremost, we need full-time referees. We're trying to help these guys, and I think they need all the help they can get in terms of getting the correct decisions, because they're so big and the game's so quick now that all we want is help. We're in constant discussions with the refereeing department with Willie. He's very open. You know, Keith speaks to him on a regular basis. But in terms of the club statement, I think there was enough said about that. We want the best for referees, want help for referees. They do the very, very best with what they can, and making them full time, giving them more help with VAR, putting more money into that area is a no-brainer for me.
Dundee United have issued a statement as well with their disappointment about the KMI panel and the use of VAR. What can the clubs do to make it better and help the Scottish FA if there isn't going to be the money there and they're not going to be able to be full-time? How do we make the whole thing better?
I don't know. You probably need somebody that's more versed in the technology than myself. I'm more versed in refereeing than myself. What I do know is the referees are trying their best. You know, they're making honest decisions. We all do that, and everyone makes mistakes. You know, everyone wants to vilify somebody in this world now. Everyone wants to blame somebody, and of course, listen, you lose games due to players and managers' mistakes as well as referees. But how can we help them? VAR was put in place to help when they made mistakes, to rectify them. It's currently not doing that to the level that we all hoped. How can we make it better? People doing it full time would be my suggestion. If you do something on a daily basis every day, you have to be better than doing it part time. You have to be. You know, the law of averages suggests you will get it right more often. Like a professional footballer, he will be better at making decisions because he does it every day than a part time footballer. So, you know, maybe that's one step. People say that we don't have the money, but we invest a lot of money per club into VAR. So we have to find a way. It's not a case of we can't find a way. We have to find a way. We have to have the product of Scottish football being better and better decisions, better quality on the pitch as well. So together, everybody has to try and do that.
Do you think it'll ever get to a stage like in Norway where you vote to get rid of it, or is there a real consensus between all the clubs to make it better rather than get rid of it?
I'm not sure. In the current format, everybody wants it improved. You know, and And this is every club. This just isn't St Mirren. Every club's had decisions go for them, go against them. We just have to have that consistency, especially with VAR. You're never going to change referees making mistakes. The game's so quick, it's such split-second decisions. But that backup decision has to be better. How do you do that? People doing that on a full-time basis, exposing themselves to decisions every minute of every day in referee training. And this is from a very unknowledgeable person about refereeing. I done a pro license course where I got asked 10 questions and got 10 highlights from referees' decisions, and I got 9 of them wrong. So I'm probably not well versed in that. What we're saying is everyone makes honest decisions. How can we help them? The technology has to improve in Scotland. It has to try and catch up with England. And we have to, perhaps, I'm suggesting to make referees and VAR people full-time and not a part-time job.
Was the last weekend the kind of last straw as far as you and the club were concerned?
Listen, the club made a statement that we have been on the end of decisions like every other team. It's not an excuse. We had decisions go against us last year. I believe we were top of the table, and we're top this year. But there's no conspiracy theories. There's no. Everyone's doing their very best. It's honest decisions people are making, and people make mistakes. I think the club's gripe is when referees make mistakes, that should be picked up more often than it's being at this moment in time.
The start of the season, Stephen, did you set targets and goals and get to Hampden in the cup? Was that one of them?
Getting as far in the cup as possible was one of them, of course. We haven't done particularly well in the cup competition so far. We've done very well in the league, and we've set standards way above what has been set previous. But the cup runs are something we haven't had, mainly because we draw Celtic most years. So it's probably scuppered any plans that we had in terms of results. But we've got an opportunity. Everybody wants a home tie. We've got a home tie against an in-form Hearts side. They'll bring a lot of fans down, big club, and we'll fill the stadium. So we're looking forward to it, and I believe it can kick your season in the right direction.
And just on the league table as well, is this maybe the tightest or the closest that you've seen it in a long time? And what can that do for the product that we have here in Scotland?
I don't think it helps the product because everything becomes very stressful, and the size of the league is an issue because you're 3 points, 4 points off a playoff place, and you're 2 points off top 6. I think 5 points off the third place. So it becomes people playing safe, not playing younger players because they need time to mature. So for me, make the league bigger, make it more competitive, and it might help the product as well.
How's your squad for Monday, if you can tell us so early?
At this moment in time, out with Conor McMenamin, who is making slow progress with his injury. Alex Iacovetti he's getting there. He was due to train yesterday, but we just held him back a couple more days. So we're hoping by the middle of next week, Alex will be available. We put young Callum Penman out on loan, which is a fantastic move for him to be playing at Arbroath with Ryan Flynn's there, and we've already got Fraser Taylor there, and it allows us to develop him. And I believe he will be a big player for St Mirren in the coming years, and that's how we develop. We haven't got a development squad, so putting boys out on loan is another aspect of how we bring them forward. So other than that, we've got the same people to choose from, with Ryan obviously being an option for us going forward now as well.